Mr. Damani, thanks very much. Afternoon, Prashant here. Your take, sir.
Hi, Prashant. Thank you. Prashant, I think the market dodged a bullet. The market for the last few weeks was overwhelmed with the fear of long-term capital gains being introduced for some reason. It was pervasive. The fact that it didn't come, as your earlier guest also suggested, was treated as a positive. I think they've not tried to usually do the tax and spend regime. They've been stable on service tax. They've been stable on the corporate tax. The only thing is the dividend distribution tax, which doesn't make much sense to me. But if the finance minister to choose between the long-term capital gains and the dividend distribution tax, I think he chose wisely. So he dodged a bullet. I think it's now up to the RBI. Hopefully they will start reducing rates in the next few weeks. And then we'll go back to global flows.
The dividend distribution tax over 10 lakhs, I mean, a dividend income over 10 lakhs, I mean, how you're saying you don't approve of entirely, but if it's a toss-up, then this is, I guess, this is reasonable. But will it make a large difference? I mean, I guess to promoters, to HNIs?
It will, but you can't tax something three times, basically the same source of income. You tax 30% corporate profit, 20% dividend distribution tax, and now 10%. So it's almost like 60% on an aggregate basis. It doesn't seem fair, but I think given the hard choices of how you deduct it, where you capture it, or doing long-term capital gains, I think that was the wiser choice. But they probably need to come out with a more streamlined way to do it. I think 60% tax for the same source of income is not necessarily the wisest thing to do.
Mr. Damani, for markets, I mean, what does it mean? Does it, we've been on a southward journey for a while. Do we resume that journey? Focus tomorrow morning again gets back to China, etc.?
Well, here's my narrative that I've been trying to tell my friends and clients for whatever it's worth. Market needs a bull market, or any market needs a narrative of where do you think it's going, a story of where do you think it's going. My story is very simple. One of these days, the market's been in a funk. Global markets have been in a funk. One of these days when the markets will wake up, they will see that the S&P 500 on Wall Street yields 3.1%. The dividend yield on S&P 500 is 3.1%. In a world of negative interest rates, stocks are yielding 3.1%. In a world of very poor growth, 1% growth, Dalal Street is predicting that the economy will grow at 7.5%. So at some point, the market wakes out of funk and say, oh, these are greener pastures, these are higher mountains, let's move. If S&P is 3.1%, that's a floor on the Dow. If Dalal Street is at 7.1%, value hunting should emerge from some point. That will now depend on what the foreign selling comes to. But I think at some point, some differences of opinion will emerge. And also, Prashant, if you notice, the market has made a bottom three times at 69.50 level. A few weeks ago, last Wednesday, Thursday, and again today. From that 6,900, 7,000 levels, strong resistance, bouncing back. Let's hope now that's an intermediate bottom for the market.
Mr. Damani, thank you very much.